Chosen one, the mysterious door has been opened, and your mission is gradually being revealed. Listen closely, you who are called. This is no longer a time of preparation, it is the moment of decision. Subscribe to this channel to receive daily revelations, spiritual sparks to sustain your light in the final stage of this hour. The seal in the heavens has cracked. Do you see it? The decree from above has shifted, and the timelines once steady are now collapsing. Ancient records are unfolding by themselves. Your role, yes, yours, is coming into sharp focus. This is not a metaphor, not symbolic language. This is truth being unveiled. When a seal is broken in heaven, everything on earth is shaken. Nothing remains the same. Revelation chapter 6 declares, when the Lamb opened the seals, riders were released. Judgments began to pour out, and humanity's fate was gradually exposed. The prophet Daniel once saw in visions that the books would remain sealed until the appointed time. Now, chosen one, that moment has come. The seal no longer hides the mystery, and the mission once concealed is now shining in the open. Consider this. The heavenly seal is not a man-made lock. In Scripture, a seal signifies ultimate authority. When a king seals a scroll, only one with rightful power may open it. When Pilate sealed the tomb of Jesus, he thought he had the final word, but resurrection power shattered every barrier. When heaven declares a seal broken, it means what was once hidden has now been released. The deep secrets are surfacing. What has long been awaited is here, and here is the urgency. When the seal breaks, no one can remain indifferent. You have felt it already, haven't you? The trembling in your thoughts, the weight upon your soul, the dreams pressing you forward. These are the signs of a broken seal. You are standing at the very edge of the veil being lifted. Before you continue, pause for a moment. Hit like so this message can reach other chosen ones like you. Subscribe to be part of a rising army of spiritual warriors. And if you truly feel connected, leave the number 999 in the comments, a sacred symbol of divine alignment. Part 2. The Akashic records are opening. Listen carefully. These are compressed timelines buried and waiting to be freed from the ancient seal. When the heavenly seal is torn apart, streams of energy, visions and commands, once locked deep within the unseen realm, flood into your spirit like an unstoppable river. That is why you feel shaken, restless, why your sleep has become fragile as a thread, why everything familiar now seems foreign and fractured. You are in the midst of opening the scroll of your own life, as though each page has been waiting for years to be revealed in the light. Like Ezekiel, tasting the mysterious scroll, sweet as honey in the mouth, yet bitter as wormwood in the belly. John in Revelation chapter 10 experienced the same. The sweetness is the light of destiny unfolding. The bitterness is the weight of responsibility that cannot be refused. And right now, chosen one, you too are eating the scroll of your own life, breathing in the breath of destiny while carrying its unspeakable weight. This is why your role feels so vast, why the inner call burns so fiercely, why the hour arrives so suddenly. The seal has been broken, and you can no longer pretend nothing has happened. What was once buried deep in your soul is rising, breaking forth, like a seed splitting open to push its tender shoot above the ground. In Scripture, this is no stranger. Every great story carries its seal-breaking moment, the turning point where destiny shifts and a life is forever changed. Look at Moses. He was once a fugitive in Egypt, living hidden in the wilderness until the seal of heaven's deliverance broke open. Suddenly, the weight of an entire nation fell upon his shoulders, forcing him into a calling he had never imagined. David was the same, just an anonymous shepherd boy until the prophet came to anoint him, an act like breaking the seal of destiny. Instantly he was pulled into the whirlwind of war, betrayal, and ultimately the throne. Esther, An orphan girl living quietly in the palace suddenly became the one to bear the life of her people when the king's decree shattered the seal over her fate. And even Jesus, 30 years of hidden, quiet living, like an underground stream. But when John baptized him, the heavens opened, the silent seal was broken, and the roll of Messiah thundered across the earth. No one chosen escapes the season of the seal, a time of obscurity, silence, and seeming inactivity. Then suddenly the seal breaks, and everything changes forever. Now, chosen one, your seal has also been broken. That is why nothing feels normal anymore. Old relationships crack or disappear. Your body feels taut like a string. Your mind is under unnamed pressure. Your soul is heavy as what has long been suppressed begins to rise. What was hidden inside you is now pouring out through your words, your actions, your dreams, your urges. What was written about you, promises, plans, destiny, is being revealed through your very life. And what was once delayed is now accelerating toward you like a flood, unstoppable. You are no longer who you were. Confusion gives way to clarity. Weakness becomes position. Lostness turns into alignment. The seal has been broken, and with it, your role, yes, that very role, is coming into focus like a picture whose pieces are finally snapping into place. This is the sign of a broken seal in your life. Inner tremors, sudden changes in your surroundings, familiar doors closing to make way for new paths. When heaven breaks a seal, not only does the atmosphere shift, but the structure of your life begins to shake. Many who have walked this path understand it well. Suddenly, the things that once satisfied you feel empty. Suddenly, those who once walked with you can no longer understand you. Suddenly, doors that once opened easily now close as if forcing you to seek a new way. This is not a sign of failure, but proof of a transition, a sign that your moment is drawing near. The principle of transformation hidden in this moment is like a refining furnace. The heat rises not to destroy, but to purify. The pressure in your mind, the heaviness in your spirit, the tension in your body, none of this is random. It is the result of new energy pouring in, opening territory you have never entered before. When the seal breaks, the deepest parts of you can no longer hide. They are forced into the light to fulfill their purpose. That is why you feel loss and excitement, pain and hope, like someone shifting into a new form. Like Ezekiel and John, you are eating the scroll of your own life. The sweetness is the illumination, the awareness of your great purpose. The bitterness is the weight of the responsibility that comes with it, unavoidable. The truth is, no calling arrives without its burden, but that burden is also proof that you have entered a new stage of the journey, where potential no longer sleeps but begins to act. In this process, what is taken from you is not to leave you empty, but to make space for the new. Relationships that fade are not to isolate you, but to clear the way for new companions. Doors that close are not to imprison you, but to guide you toward larger ones. This is the law of the broken seal, restructuring, exchange, and transition. It is not just an event, it is a sign of destiny at work. Recognize that you are not alone in this process. Every figure in biblical history passed through a season of the seal, a time when they seemed forgotten, but were actually being prepared. And when the moment came, the seal broke, and they stepped out of the shadows into new roles, new responsibilities, new strength. You are the same. This moment may make you tremble, but it is also evidence that heaven is moving within you. The important thing is not to resist the process. Don't try to cling to what was. Don't pretend nothing has changed. When the seal breaks, change becomes irreversible. Instead of fighting it, let this current carry you. Let the scroll unfold. Let the words written about you resound. Each new page will bring both sweetness and bitterness, but in the end, it will shape you into the person you were created to be. The signs are unmistakable. Restless sleep, a heavy heart, a deep hunger within, shifting relationships, doors closing. Yet at the same time, a new strength is rising, a new light is breaking forth. This is the evidence that the seal over your life has truly been broken. And when the seal breaks, not only the atmosphere changes, your life, your destiny, and even your very being begin to transform as well. This is not chaos as you might think. This is the moment the veil is lifted, the moment the truth, long hidden, comes into view. When a seal is broken, what was concealed is suddenly exposed. False layers fall away, leaving only the true core. Let me illustrate. Noah built the ark silently for years, mocked and ridiculed by the crowds. But when the first raindrops fell, the seal of judgment opened and destiny reversed. The rescued were lifted up, the destroyed were swept away. In an instant, everyone's role became clear. There was no more grey area. Joseph too carried divine dreams in silence, enduring prison and misunderstanding. But with one summons from Pharaoh, the seal of his destiny burst open, and overnight he became the keeper of grain for nations. And you who are listening, that is why your life feels split in two right now. Before the seal, hidden, quiet, still. After the seal, weight, shaking, everything changing colors. Before the seal, silence. After the seal, a calling thundering across your soul. You are standing at a threshold, a scroll closing, another opening. It is this transition that shakes your spirit, troubles your sleep, and stirs that nameless unease. You are standing in the middle of an Akashic revelation, a moment when compressed timelines within the scrolls begin to burst open. The Akashic records call this the exhaustion of transition, the moment when the soul leaves behind the sealed timeline to step into the one now unlocked. It feels like a slow death. The old self cannot follow you into the new mission. Familiar patterns cannot survive in the new space of destiny. That is why you feel lost, because the deepest part of your spirit has already leapt forward into tomorrow while your body and mind struggle to catch up. That is why you feel betrayed, because heaven is intentionally severing ties you thought were essential, but were never meant to serve your true path. What you are losing is not the core of who you are. It is what has expired, what cannot follow you into the season of destiny now opening. Understand this. When the seal breaks, delay ends. What was held back is released, but what no longer belongs is removed. Every time a door closes, it is not failure, it is protection. Every time someone leaves, it is not rejection, it is heaven clearing the way for new companions. What is disappearing from your life right now simply no longer matches the frequency of the season you are stepping into. To recognize that you are in this process, pay attention to the signs. At night you are restless, waking at 3 a.m., feeling as though something is pulling you out of sleep. This is because scrolls are being downloaded into your spirit. Information, ideas, messages, strategies. You suddenly find yourself in the middle of an unexpected battle. Finances, health, relationships and work all being tested at once. This is not meant to destroy you, but to train you, to position you for the new role just revealed. There is also unexpected isolation. You notice people who were once close beginning to drift away, grow cold, or show their true faces. Don't be disheartened. The breaking of the seal causes masks to fall. The true nature of yourself and of others is revealed. Those who are not on your frequency naturally separate, making room for deeper and more authentic connections. This isolation is preparation, a place where you are being repositioned, where you learn to hear heaven's voice more clearly without interference. Many think this shaking is a sign of chaos, but in reality it is restructuring. You are like a seed cracking open. To the seed, a split shell looks like death, but in truth it is new life. The old self breaks so the new sprout can emerge. Your life now is the same. What looks like breaking is actually blooming in a new form. Notice, before the seal, the dreams and roles of Noah, Joseph, Esther, and Jesus were hidden and tested. After the seal, they had to step into the front lines, carrying responsibility and power. So it is with you. Before the seal, heaven hid you to protect you. After the seal, heaven pushes you out to be used. That is why you feel the weight now. It is the sign of your role being released. This moment also brings a change in rhythm. You may feel as if time itself is shortening. Delay disappears. Opportunities, invitations, and challenges come in rapid succession. This is because the new timeline is compressing everything to move you quickly into position. Don't fear the speed. See it as proof that heaven is accelerating you. Do not be surprised when old interests, goals, and passions suddenly fade. This does not mean you've lost direction. It means your heart is being reprogrammed to align with the new stage. Don't force yourself to love the old things. Let your heart lead you into the new that is unfolding. If you are reading these words and feel them striking your soul, it is because you are in the middle of the process. You are living in the between the scrolls stage. One scroll closing, another opening. Your old self is fading so your new self can rise. This is not failure. This is the unveiling. The breaking of the seal means the boundary between hidden and revealed, between potential and reality, between dream and action is removed. This is not the end. It is the beginning of a higher cycle. When heaven breaks a seal, it not only changes the atmosphere around you, but also rearranges the structure of your life, causing what is false to fall away and what is true to remain and be lifted. The shaking you are feeling is not meant to crush you, but to raise you up. The isolation is not abandonment, but preparation. The loss is not an ending, but a release. All these signs together tell you the seal has been broken. And when the seal is broken, destiny is no longer a distant promise. It becomes a reality taking shape in your life, whether you feel ready or not. The speed is increasing. The things you have prayed for, waited for, and prepared for over many years are now arriving in a rush within days. When the seal is removed, the wall of delay collapses, doors long shut swing open, and everything shifts into acceleration. The exhaustion you feel, the shaking in every corner of your life, the changes happening so fast you can barely process them. None of it is coincidence. It is confirmation. It is the sign that the seal has truly been broken. This is the time of vision activation, the time when heaven sends out new mandates, and you, the chosen one, can no longer remain in the same place. When the heavenly gates open, the silence of many years ends, and the scrolls are placed into your hands. Revelation 5 shows that only the Lamb is worthy to open the scrolls, and when he does, all of history shifts. Daniel 12 speaks of books sealed until the time of the end. Beloved, that moment is now. When the seal is broken, you are compelled to respond. You cannot simply stand by and call it a vision. You no longer have time to hesitate. This is the moment to step fully into your role. You stop labeling yourself as weak, stop seeing yourself as an outsider. You begin to embrace your identity as the chosen one. You no longer run from destiny or question why the weight feels too heavy. Instead, you learn to carry it with the authority that has been entrusted to you. The old excuses end. The new role emerges. This is heaven's decree for you. Raise your hands and receive it as a symbolic act of agreement. Father, I declare this decree over every person reading these words. Open the scrolls still hidden in their lives. Break every delay, remove every old chain, dissolve the illusions that have held them back. Breathe clarity into the fog, pour strength into their weariness, ignite a flame within their silence. Chosen one, your time has come. Your role is no longer hidden in the shadows. Stand up, step into it, carry it, declare it. Do not wait for another permission slip. Heaven has already approved you. The seal has been broken. The power has been transferred. The burden of concealment has ended. This is not a general invitation. It is a summons. If you are reading this, you have been placed in the exact moment of history. When you write, speak, or act, you are not merely reacting to ordinary life. You are moving in step with heaven. For every time a seal is opened, a new stream of vision, power, and destiny is released. Use this moment to declare your alignment. Write it, speak it, even record it. I step into the broken seal. I take up my role. This is not mere speech. It is a chorus with heaven, an action that shifts you into a new timeline. The flame within you must be tended daily. Feed it. Read, study, listen, pray, and find a community of others walking this path. Like a heavenly school where scrolls are decoded, mysteries unveiled, and new mantles forged, you too must prepare yourself to bear the weight of what is coming. This is your arsenal of clarity, identity, and endurance for this prophetic hour. When the seal is broken, all delay ends, but new responsibility begins. You are no longer allowed to shrink back. You are no longer allowed to continue as before. Every excuse loses its ground. You have been approved. You have been elevated. You have been empowered. And it is finished. The seal has been broken. Your role has been revealed. This is no longer the time of silence, but the time of unveiling. This is no longer the time of waiting, but the time of action. Step in, hold it, declare it, and tend the flame every day. Your role has been revealed. It is finished. Amen.